Morning, Tom. Morning, Scotty. We're live.
Hey.
Telling you, the guy trips over grass. So I'm letting him around fire. Yeah! Well, good morning, everybody. We're trying it's been another beautiful day here.
On time, such professionals.
That's because I got cup with me. Rusty came over early. He called me or texted me and said, hey, need help setting up? And I was like, yes. What's up, Charlie? I was like, yes, I do. So I helped out a lot.
We've been sitting around waiting for 30 minutes with nothing to do.
But it's all right because on them days where we try to, then we're like rushing right to the end. But I'd rather have everything set up and waiting than rushing around and still forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're irritated because it didn't go as smooth.
Boy, you gotta fix that.
Well, I probably will forget something, but it's okay because we did it together. And
we've gone over everything a couple of times. I think we got it all.
Yeah. So that's nice. And Cup got up early. She was been sitting here patiently waiting to hit the live button. So
I always do it a minute early. Sometimes you break things.
Yeah, sometimes. But I want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Kenny.
I didn't understand.
Well, I have a cousin named Kenny. And what I was going to say before you rudely interrupted me, Android, is it's their anniversary, him and his wife. They gave out these koozies, and it says Katie and Kenny, September 1st, 2012. They gave out these koozies, and on the back side it says Kenny got his princess, Katie got her hunk. This is a Buckeye wedding, so we're all getting drunk. And this one particular koozie I used at their wedding and for many, 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 many extracurricular activities since then. So shout out to my cousin Kenny and Katie, and happy anniversary. And I'm still using the koozie. But so we're trying another Dutch oven cook. I broke out the mini. Well, it's not a mini. It's a little 8, so it serves about 4 people, 2 to 4, depending on
2. That thing don't serve no 4.
Right.
It depends on what you're serving in.
What can you cook and then it's gonna serve 4 people?
Well, like this breakfast we're gonna make, if you slice it into 4s, slice it, you have 4 servings. I mean, granted, it's the size of a personal pan pizza, but you could put in 2 cans of soup, 2 15-ounce cans of soup you could dump in there. That'll serve 4 people. Yeah, or Rusty. Just kidding. No, but I mean, it serves 2 to 4 people. So, just kind of looking, and wife's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know. She found this new. I guess it's not new. It's been open since like November last year, but we didn't know it was there, so it's new to us. Little bakery, and it's all gluten free.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
I didn't understand.
gluten free, gluten free.
How does this thing keep talking?
I don't know.
So, because it's a phone.
Anyway, so she wanted to go, and we went, and they had cinnamon rolls, and in the cinnamon rolls, they pulled out the big sheet pan. So it reminded me of my grandma when she would make cinnamon rolls in the sheet pans and then freeze them and put them up in bags for when people showed up and stuff. But anyway, aside from that, it was I got a spinach feta scone. I ate a little bit of it. It was good. So it made me think, I've got spinach, I got feta, I got eggs, I got a Dutch oven, and I have a little bit of bacon. Let's see what happens. We're going to hope that I don't burn. And if we do, it's on the Scoutmaster.
No. I won't allow you to burn it.
So, but we got charcoal heating up. I got Royal Oak, was a super-sized briquettes. I think I've used them 1 or 2 times before in a drum, and I didn't like them. But they were on sale, and I figured it's Dutch oven, so it's heat, right?
And he could have easily told me, hey, Rusty, bring out some charcoal. And I got 70 pounds of briquettes at the house.
Well, I haven't taken inventory at your place.
You haven't asked either.
Nope, I did. I'm terrible. It's kind of like one of those that's oh yeah, don't forget. Then if I don't write it down, then I forget it. But so think you're ready for the bacon?
Say it should be all hot enough. That's why I scooted everything in closer to the base to get it hot.
Tom said Rusty probably doesn't like it.
You'd be surprised. Well, I was surprised. I bought a couple gluten-free items. I bought some gluten-free cookies for Tanya, and those were really good.
The little white bag ones.
Now, y'all ain't got to be like, we talked about some of the tools to have. A pair of channel locks works just fine for removing the lid and lifting this up if you don't have all the gadgets and gizmos.
Scotty said hello. I am outside.
Well, hi, Scotty. Ooh, that's
Got a nice sizzle there, so
it's hot enough. We're just going to brown up this bacon. And that'll be the lubricant for our cook. So we'll just let that go. I got some onion. I'll throw a handful of onions in with that. Might as well, huh?
oh yeah.
Tom said I buy most of my cooking utensils at Harbor Freight.
Hey, there is absolutely nothing wrong with going to Harbor Freight to get utensils.
That's right.
Scotty went to turkey breast going on.
The turkey breast? You know, I saw your post on that while I was quickly flipping through Facebook. Which is it. I got a couple. I was at the old food line down the street the other morning, and they had it was with the pork loins, but they were turkey loins. Well, I thought they were turkey loins, but what they are is turkey breasts that are rolled into like a loin, and they're pre-marinated. It was a stick about like that for $5.
I got a couple of those at home.
And so I got them, and I did a cook the other day. Just threw a couple pork loins on and this turkey on. They were good.
I stick them.
I was trying to whistle, but it.
But I stick those turkey loins like that. I stick them on my rotisserie at the house, and they come out really, really good.
Yeah, but it wasn't a loin. Once I got it out, it was two breasts. Yeah.
But I just slide them on my rotisserie and then do them.
So yeah, and I put it on the kettle. I had a loin, and then the turkey breast in the middle.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
That's just not good.
Yeah.
I thought it was pizza.
Oh no.
And then I opened it. I was like,
And they came out spot on. I actually sliced took 2 slices of the pork loin and put it on my salad last night. I left it cold, put it on my salad last night. Oh, yummy.
okay, so Tom said you ain't made whipped cream right until you use an impact driver and a whisk. Then
That's true.
Scotty said turkey tenderloins. I work the machine that makes.
Ooh, nice.
I bet you get a discount.
Be good. I've been been waiting on Boston Bus to go on sale, but they haven't yet.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I think your guy said they may be going on sale, and Rescue Herd, they're going on sale. So I've been in and out of the grocery store every day since Wednesday. The same store, don't need anything, just walk in, walk out to see if these butts are on sale, and they're not.
Steven and Jacqueline.
What's up, Steven? And why you say? Because I need at least 3 more for the cook coming up next week. Not next week, weekend. So I don't want to pay $2.29 a pound, but it looks like I might have. Which is all right because I'll get reimbursed, but it's still bad. Yeah, I want a deal.
I'm trying to figure out what Charlie thinks is a snake because he just asked if there's a snake behind. So I'm thinking, is he thinking the logs?
The 2 sticks right there?
That would be the only thing that I think.
Yeah, nope, I haven't had any snakes. I was thinking about this the other day. I've only come across 2 babies in the whole time we've been here.
Because I'm over here like, is there one back here? And I just don't know her.
Yeah, I've only come across like two baby ones. They longest one was small. In the 12 years we've been here.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Now, we do have a family of rabbits running around here.
I get 10,
I remember
15
when you
snakes every summer in my house.
I remember you had that big yellow python.
Mm-hmm. I used to raise snakes.
Tom said I'm doing a pork belly today as well as some wings. It's gonna be a busy day.
Yeah.
And then Pickle said, haha, made it look. Tom said only snake he around is Charlie.
Ooh.
Which that's a cold.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so yesterday, it's one of those anniversaries that doesn't really mean anything to anybody else, but for me, it was kind of like oh, wow. Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of my brain surgery.
Yep. And it happened at 8:15 in the morning.
It doesn't feel like it's been 3 years.
No, it don't.
But yeah, 3 years ago today, I was in the hospital with, spots in my brain missing, radiated. So kind of interesting.
Snake bowl salesman, not this one.
So we kind of took the day yesterday and just I told diabetes I was taking off, and I don't think it got the memo because I was tired all day yesterday.
It's not a plane.
I know. I was like, hey, I need the day off, and it didn't
It's
agree
not a
with me.
work trip.
Yeah, it didn't agree with me, so. But I got out yesterday morning, had some coffee in front of the garage, and sat in the shade and just tried to read, but my ADD kept near watching cars. Yep. Then took a little nap during the Clemson Georgia game because that was very uneventful, in my opinion.
Football's college ball was starting, I think.
Yep, started yesterday. Officially started yesterday. Yep. And Ohio State played. Of course, they won.
Okay, you can't get coffee.
Nope, because it was Akron.
Whenever I was at Whataburger yesterday, there was 2 tables with guys with the blue shirt with the yellow in the Michigan or Michigan, right? But there was 2 guys dressed up in all their blue college shoes. I should have known that there was a football game.
Yeah. You could have easily peed on their shoes and it would have been fine. It would have been fine.
That's illegal.
Oh, I mean, it would start a fight, maybe. Maybe then it gets illegal. But
public urination, that's just a misdemeanor.
Yeah,
It's only a $75 fine.
It's the assault that comes up afterwards when they assault you.
But but if there's kids around, it can get up.
Yeah, if there's kids around, you just got to make sure you're back to it.
Exactly. They can't see what you're working.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So that game was on last night, and I passed it up. I was like, I'm watching YouTube, going to bed. So,
Ran my service calls. I got home about 7:15, and I was in bed by 7:45. I was asleep.
yeah, Alabama was playing, and I don't know. I think they were playing Rock Hill High, local high school team, but I don't know. I don't know who they were playing. Yeah, it was the week. For most schools, it was the week of like the opening game, trying to get their feet wet, so they pick lesser quality teams to play. So it's kind of like an easy win for the get-go. But I did hear Florida State lost. So with this new bracket thing they got going on with the 12-team playoff and whatnot, it should be interesting to see if every game counts or if it's kind of goes back to the record. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how all that plays out. The Pac-12 is down to 2 teams, so I just wonder who's going to be in the conference championship.
And this is all Greek to me. I don't have no idea what you're talking about. You just said Pac-12. Doesn't that mean there's 12 teams?
There was.
Why do they not call it Pac-2 now if there's only 2 teams?
Well, because it's still supposed to be the Pacific something conference. But it's supposed to be 12. But a lot of them jumped ship and went to the SEC or the Big Ten. Now,
How can a lot of them move to the Big Ten if there's only 10?
Money. So now the Big Ten's more like 12 or 14.
Really?
Yeah. And the SEC, like I don't see how Texas and Oklahoma fit in the Southeastern Conference when they're west of the Mississippi. And I don't see how UCLA can be in the Big Ten. You know, like Nebraska joining the Big Ten was kind of a stretch for me because we're always, the Midwest, right? So Nebraska was about as far as I would go. But you bring in UCLA and Oregon, how are they in the Midwest? I don't know.
Okay.
But it's all money.
Anyways.
Yeah, my opinion matters none. That's why they didn't ask me.
Why don't they have like a Western Coast Conference?
They're eventually going to get it down to like the NFL. That's eventually where they're going to end up.
Okay.
Whether I like it or not. Because I didn't talk to you.
Anyways.
This phone keeps going off.
Tom said, how does Dusty know public urination is a $75 fine? So I Googled it. It's up to $500 in fines and 30 days in jail for public urination.
Well, mine was only $75.
That's how he knows.
That's how I know.
That's how he
So
knows.
that says up to 500. Luckily, I didn't make it up to 500.
Were you wearing your Canadian Mountain hat? I know,
Tell you
joke.
the truth, I don't even remember what I was wearing or
bad.
not wearing that day.
Yeah, that was a bad joke.
That was back in my college days.
Oh, that makes all the sense.
College days at Winthrop. It's the hellacious party school.
Yes, it was.
Speaking of which, my nephew was on TV so he started school at Bowling Green in Ohio there. So he was at Bowling Green and he went to the football game, and as the TV panned around, he was and you could see him in the shot.
Okay.
So they put up some snapshots of him at the ball game. So that was kind of kind of cool. Let's see, what else? What else you got? Nothing. Okay. So Pay went and got her appointment.
She didn't even have to go.
Evidently, the neurological one.
Oh, that woman was cuckoo. That woman was crazy. That woman tried to sit there and say that Peyton needs to take at least a month out of school and lay and rest and push her to do yoga.
So evidently this workers' comp neurological person, she is holistic, which means like she's not with all modern medicines. So she was really pushing yoga and some other
And nostril breathing.
yeah, and some other brain exercises to calm the spirit. And instead of, and they're like, the brain's just got to heal on its own.
Yeah, the lady said that the brain can never get damaged. It just moves like jello.
Yeah, so I don't know. So basically pays off, still on workers' comp for another 6 weeks. And she has to limit her screen time and whatever, which is interesting with homework. So she recommends taking this. Because I wasn't talking to you. Your phone now is going to go at it. You know this, right?
Yeah, I don't know. My phone's never reacted like that before.
If you want in on the conversation, give me a question. Oh, now shut up. Figure that out. Anyway, so she's still off doing her thing. But let's see. She hasn't gotten arrested yet. Really can't say. Huh? We'll just pull it up. So how's it coming?
It's coming along.
We should have it with greases, I think.
No, it's not that bad.
Making about halfway.
Yeah.
Will it go a little bit longer?
With all that installation over the truck over the kids, I had to hang in that installation on, beat a few more.
Yeah. I think that's why I didn't like these ones before, but oh well.
Yeah, I thought my Kingsford had a lot of ash. These ash took a lot.
Yeah. And I think but anyway. Just because I wasn't talking to you, lady. But
My nails got posted on the Plains website.
Your nose?
Nails.
those are, I don't understand them. I'm a guy. I don't understand long nails.
Yeah.
I don't understand having skewers. I mean, you could easily pop a grape or a tomato in a shrimp and stick it over the fire and still not burn your fingertips. And, like if you was eating a relish tray, just like the cheese tray. Yeah, you could do a shit. We call them relish trays when it's all vegetables. And so anyway, you wouldn't need a fork.
No, I just.
Yeah.
No, but the nail place was like, "Can we get photos and videos for our website?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, I don't know.
And
But
I had taken them off, but I had my bracelets all the like the support squad ones on here and on this one, so that in every video and picture.
hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's still pretty wild. It's been 3 years.
You know what? You know what I will say what made my day yesterday? Mr. Morris texted me and said, "Tell your dad I said happy 3 years." Because Mr. Morris, he worked at my school and I had class with him, and he would tell us how his wife had known him and how she overcome it or whatever. And so when Dad got diagnosed, that was the first person that I told. And he would pull me out of class and just ask how I was doing. He would, any test result Mom would send me, or when Mom would give me information on what was happening, I was like, "Mr. Morris," and he would explain it and kind of dumbify it down for me. And on his the day of his surgery, he pulled me out of every one of my classes and I sat in his room. That way I wasn't especially when he was having the surgery. And he still checks in on me every now and again. And yesterday it came up on my Facebook 3 years ago. And he texted me and said, "Tell you that."
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something else. Thinking about it. We've done a lot in 3 years. Yeah, the wife and I were talking, and it's kind of one of those that I was talking to the group, my group that I work out with. We were talking on Friday about it, and it's one of those that, when we first got diagnosed and everything, the doctor said, the oncologist said, the majority have 5 years. And so the downside is the wife and I are both counting down to the 5 years. I don't think it's going to be 5 years to the day, all over, and that's it. But it's
Not
that.
to mean this in a bad way, but that would be kind of funny if it was.
Yeah.
In the sense of that typically just.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those that you're like, okay, so in September of 2 more years, what is that, 26? Then, whoop, you're expired. And you can go. Well, that's kind of like
You're
Fire
done.
is the term that you use.
yeah, it's
No, it's when you kick the bucket.
well,
Basically comes up from work all the time.
but you're not.
I had 2 clients expired today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the term.
But it's not like saying that's the end of it. I'm done that day. It's like, you look in there and you're like, oh, this in the refrigerator and this is expired, but it's still good.
Yeah. Like the milk. Go up and smell it. Just
Uh-uh.
give it another day or 2.
Depends on where you smell me.
Now, are you going to empty this and drain the bacon, or are you going to just add the eggs and stuff into it?
Probably add the spinach and toss that around, and then once that gets wilted, then we'll whip
Pickles
the eggs.
just said nickname Winnie because nickname Winnie, you are a very, very little bird.
Actually,
You want me to just do all of this? You want me to just do all of this?
yeah, however much is left.
Right?
Yeah.
Darren,
Yeah, handful or 2, that'd be all right.
And then there's not enough left to save, so.
So, but yeah, it was actually it was funny because you came up with the little video where after my surgery, you were asking how I was doing, and I was like, my mom was wrong.
yeah.
And so years ago, I said something about my brain, and my mom said, well, there's not much room. something about there wasn't much of a brain in there. Or I didn't have enough room for information in my brain or whatever. I forget.
You
Oh, I know he's recording us now. I don't know.
it
Both
was
possessed today.
you do not have a brain. There's nothing in your head.
Yeah, and then my reply was,
Tutti nada and like a beta.
Huh?
Yes.
okay, even the crickets are like, what? But
That's just one of the things I remember from high school taking Spanish. Whenever you call somebody dumb, the teacher or something like that, and talking teacher said, say it in Spanish. And we were taught, tu tiene nada en la cabeza. You have nothing in the brain or nothing in the head. And that's
see,
how,
that last part sounded like lack of beer.
and that's how we were allowed
I
to
find your lack
call
of beer
somebody dumb in
disturbing.
Spanish class.
But anyway, so that came up. But it's Labor Day, so tomorrow actually. Hopefully everybody's off.
Nope.
Just saying hello.
Oh, yep. Terry, how's it going? How's the tater cook coming?
Oh, did he get 20 orders?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I didn't know he was cooking yet. Because he posted that he could get 20 orders, he would do another set. I didn't know if he got 20 orders.
Yeah, how's the taters going? They look good. The baked taters, but they got full pork in them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, so you guys got any big cooks coming up tomorrow on your day off? Rusty doesn't have a day off. His job works all holidays.
You're the jail.
We're closed one day a year, and that's Christmas Day.
If I get my editing done, then I'll have the day off. If not, I have to edit.
All right, Lee, come make your mixture.
Didn't get enough orders.
Oh man, that's
Which, oh.
okay. Let's get this. So we have onions, spinach, and bacon. Pop in a couple eggs. Probably what? 4, 6?
Yeah,
I won't eat
at
it.
least 6.
Okay. So what else? So
I
yeah,
have to drill a hole today.
so that was, and then what's interesting is, so after surgery, we had a couple from our church group that, I mean, the church group was a big impact on us during this whole ordeal. And this one couple who are actually in town this week, they moved to Texas, but they're in town this weekend and want to meet up. And what they did for us, and I'm sure some of you remember, they brought us meals every Friday. Every Friday they brought us meals, like dinner. And I don't mean like just like went through and got like a Happy Meal and, you know, a couple of Big Macs. No, they brought meals for the weekend. Like, yeah. You remember that, Cub?
Yeah.
And they are in town, so we're going to meet up with them, and hopefully they'll let me buy them breakfast or lunch. But kind of cool. We've kept in touch with them, even though they moved to Houston, and we were supposed to go meet up with them last November, and it just didn't pan out for us. So that's going to be really cool. But Want to add some feta to my eggs. This is going to feed 3.
It's gonna feed you. And possibly mom.
Yeah, we're supposed to go meet them.
What is that?
What?
Oh, that look on the side of the Pyrex. Like, no. Put it around the other way. That big brown thing right there.
Oh, it was a piece of bacon.
Okay. I was not-
Yeah, no, it was a piece of
So
bacon
I was
from.
like, what is that?
Probably came off before.
Yeah, it's a piece of bacon. It's right here.
Okay. At that point, I just add this to feta in there. There's only like 4 couples left.
Yeah. Okay. This is a good way to empty the refrigerator with, sides or. Well, yeah. You have to, right? The squirrels got to eat too.
Fatten them up so we can fry them. Fried squirrels, delicious.
I've never tried that.
We used to go squirrel hunting all the time. How much is it, big acting? Redistribute the poles.
Stir this around. That all good and mixed in.
Oh, okay. I've got a hip scope done, so I'll be on crutches for 3 months, light duty for 3 months, and 6 weeks for PT.
Oh, wow.
That was for Terry.
Terry, yeah.
And then Tom said, what's a good side for pork belly?
A good side.
Pork belly is the side.
Collard greens. Collard greens. I love collard greens. And the other day we did those collard greens with the keto show. Those are really good. Those canned ones. Pleasantly impressed. Yellow squash and zucchini.
Make you a nice pineapple slaw. Cool and refreshing.
Tom said ew.
Do about what?
I don't know the specific ew.
Mac and cheese. Applesauce. Probably don't need that much cheese, but it is cheese, right?
You can never have too much.
Unless you're
The
lactose intolerant.
squash and zucchini sounds good.
So, shameless plug right here. We are on the keto show this Wednesday. I don't know how it's going to work yet because I haven't figured it out, but we are doing squash and zucchini 2 ways as an appetizer. So you're more than welcome to show up and give ideas.
Or watch and take ideas if they're good.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. All right. Ready to do your thing? Coals. Here they are. Right out of the fire. Boy, that's hot. Now, we only need on the top, right?
Yeah.
Because we're basically baking, so we don't want to overdo the bottom.
Exactly.
Yo!
Careful.
Woo! Switch hands.
Dad, do you want the gloves you brought out here to use the thing with? The whole intention of you buying them at Harbor Freight?
Okay, so we'll let Rusty fix that. It's okay.
There's just some little ones here that we can use up.
Okay, so sunglasses. Okay, so while that's baking, you shouldn't take long. Where are we at? 40 minutes?
How did you know that?
I guess. Although, seriously, I just guessed.
I have to be crafted today.
Okay.
So you know the square mirror,
Okay.
the one that used to hang in my room.
Okay.
The placement of that, the other mirror that I brought upstairs to do not fix. It looks stupid.
I'm sure.
So I have to bring it down.
Okay.
So I gotta do a little drill holing, and then hole drilling. Look at the boat.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We had a hummingbird out the other day. So we'll get back to. I want to talk about this. We'll set-
People said kimchi's a good side.
Okay. So y'all can you see that?
Yeah, they can see it.
So this is the chimney that I bought and then destroyed. I cut out the door here so I can feed in wood splits under here, because what I'm wanting to do is set this up, get a little fire going underneath, and then set this pot in. Now this pot goes down about right there. So I'll have a little fire down here to heat up the pot. Now this is a 1 quart pot, and yes, we're going to get there. I promise. We're going to do 1 quart pot cooks. This is a 2 quart pot right here, and so is this one. This one's actually cups. But this one, you know, we keep the little fire in the bottom. It's going to heat up here so we can, and it has space all the way around. Not quite a fingertip all the way around, but that's where the heat's going to exhaust. So we should be good there. The question became, with the 2 quart pot, it sits right on top. So it's more like a rocket stove if I were to put a piece on the front. The issue is there's no exhaust, so I'd have to cut some slits or something for the exhaust.
Slightly modified.
Yeah, slightly modify it again. But the idea being, a lot of times in the mornings, especially Sundays, we're not really hungry to eat, and it's too early usually for me to eat. But instead of trying to fill, you know, a big Dutch oven, I can use leftovers and make smaller bits. If it makes sense. Plus, it's something cool to do that nobody else is doing on the internet.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
So,
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. Hold on.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Whoosh. But, so that's the idea, is this pot or this pot will fit in here. Fit on top of here. And I can put a cook grate on to get it up a little bit. And that'd be fine. Just get some exhaust or cut. The other idea that I was kicking around last night was Walmart sells it's like $12 for a little burner that sits on top of the 1 pound propane tanks. And they also fit on the little butane tank. So it should sit about yay high on the butane tank, which should be about like that in here. And that'd be a nice small little burner to heat things up. So if and when we are out at the doing a catch and cook, even if we're just catching out of the cooler, we can do a catch and cook at the lake. We would have everything in a small little pot, and we don't have to take all this stuff. Good theory, anyway. Whether it'll happen, who knows. But this was the project, was to cut that out to get the fire going so I can set that in there. Now, for $95, I found I could buy something similar to this, the gauge steel, of course, and it has a burner in it, but it's like a 5-inch burner, and it looks like one that comes off the camp stove. Like, it looks like a high flow burner. So I don't know. I didn't want to spend $95 for $10, slightly modify, and then you're talking the burner and the butane thing. you're talking another $20. So you're in 30.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just what I'm kicking around. I kind of mentioned it last week. What do y'all think? Interesting? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's something fun to play with. I mean, I don't ever cook something that small. Well, if I wanted to heat up something like leftovers, yes, I would. But whenever I'm cooking, it's usually for the family, and so to me, that would be practical for a video or just to play around with. But to actually use it in cooking dinner, that's not going to be that practical unless there's a small side dish, and I'm just warming up, say, collard greens or something, pinto beans or something in the pan. But I think it's a neat idea, and coming up with ways in your head, you're trying to see how you can, like you said, that one guy is selling for $90. Can I make this cheaper than $90? And
yeah,
and the way your brain goes, and you're always doing something, and that it gets you doing something to make you feel good. I think it's a great idea for you.
Yep. And it's a lot of times it's just me and Mom, and she's more gluten free, and I'm trying not to eat any kind of breads or pastas or anything like that at all. So we're not fixing 2 meals. It's like we'll fix a protein and then the sides are different. So, I can get a can of soup, a 15-ounce can of soup, and it'll fit here and heat that up. Or, green beans or something like that, and I can heat it up in here, and it's just for me.
Right.
The jambalaya, I really want to do that because I love jambalaya. Mama hates it. Mama does, but she'd rather not eat it.
I love it.
So that was where this idea came from. Was the jambalayas down in competitions in Louisiana, and they have 1-quart pots and different stands, so that's where I got the idea from. And, and like you said, it's kind of getting my brain moving because it's injured.
So, Tom said you've got on the side already. You have an exhaust.
Well-
Vicky said, "Hell yeah, catch and cook." Tom said, "I don't want to know what you're catching and cooking, Troy. I've got something similar with a cast iron skillet to heat up oil to make fries outside. Cooking like a hobo."
Yep, hobo stoves. It's kind of the same thing. I had made a hobo stove some time ago. So I had made a hobo stove a while ago, but then, so this is kind of funny. So while I was off with, supposed to be on leave, right? Supposed to be on short-term disability. Well, I got told that we don't have long-term, so I was kind of screwed. And the company, because it was at that time, said, "Hey, you've been here 20 years, or yeah, it would have been my 20 years. Here's your order, like the thing, order your gift." And I was like, "Well, I'm going to order that because you just sent me a thing that said, you're no longer covered."
James is in.
"What's up, honey badger?" And it says, "You're no longer covered." And I was like, "Well, I'm going to go ahead and order that." So what I ordered was a mini solo stove, which you guys know those are the ones that have the ring, and then they have an air gap, and then another ring, and it's supposed to be the smokeless fire pit.
Smokeless.
So it's a small one. And I was like, well, I don't even need the hobo stove now. So I've still got it. I mean, it's just a one of those canisters from IKEA that has all the holes in it. Looks like a noodle strainer.
Okay.
But and then I cut a couple pieces to go over top of it, and it would sit down in there so you could feed cold Basically, it's like a chimney. Long story short. Anyway. So yeah, I do have that I should break out. I should. But instead of using a number 10 can, we're using a chimney starter. I reckon we could use number 10 cans. Yeah. Put 2 or 3 of them together. 2 of them stacked on top of each other. There's an idea. But I thought this would be easy to carry. You know, the bottom part of that roll around toolbox I got for our barbecue stuff. Right. I can pop it in there and be able to go. So, just an idea, something to play with.
For something simple and small like that, it is a whole lot easier than lugging all this other stuff. Like whenever we did our last cook, whenever we brought the camp stove and did everything, whenever we went to the lake.
Yeah.
That was a lot of stuff to carry.
It was. I mean, we had a milk crate full of stuff, and then we had the table, and then we had the other bucket to dispose of the ashes, and it just gets to be a lot. So, I'm trying to think of ways. So you keeping track of the comments? Oh, okay. So, it's just a hook.
Oh.
So I don't know. What do you guys all think? Cub, what do you think?
She don't.
Yeah, she doesn't.
It's too early. I'm not up this early.
You've been conversating a lot. But that's something to play with, and you know. Well, I use it outside here maybe when we go to the lake, but because it's more compact, I don't have to carry much stuff. Especially if I figure out the gas burner part. Because I was thinking they've got those ones that you sit on the counter. They have the legs that come out, and they set them on the counter, and they have the hose that comes off to go to your propane tank. So that might be something there. Yeah, might be something. Look into something like that. Gas-powered hobo stove. Yeah. You don't care. It's all right. Mm-hmm. But as long as the weather's nice this fall and we're out here cooking, we'll be all right. So I really want to do more of these cooks.
Oh yeah.
Learn my Dutch oven more. And if we can get to where we can build a fire and use live fire like Kent Rollins does, that'd be all right. I've got the pit. I just got to get the bricks put around it and all that. I burned up a whole pile of brush the other day. I was taking breaks and I still get dehydrated. Like I was drinking water and I was drinking Gatorades. And of course, it ended up being 95 degrees, right. 98 degrees.
You done this a week ago whenever we had a really nice day. You'd have been not better off.
But now we're supposed to get rain all week. Yeah, I don't mind. The grass finally, we got a real bad thunderstorm come through Thursday night. And my grass actually looks like it needs a trim in the front yard. The backyard doesn't look like it. But,
Thunder we had last night.
Yeah, last time. So.
Never heard it.
So, the other thing I've been looking at, I really haven't found anything, is if you're to take a Dutch oven recipe, which is normally a 9x13 casserole dish, right?
Don't get the correlation.
So a 12-inch Dutch oven, you can fit a 9x13 casserole.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a crock pot.
Okay.
Like if you're going crock pot and you're doing a 6-quart crock pot, then that's not the equivalent to a 9x13 casserole dish. So most of your recipes are geared towards that.
Okay.
So then if I wanted to cut that down to 6 quart to 2 quart, I divide it by 3, right?
Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
And then I divide that in half to get to my 1 quart. Right?
Yeah.
That's the math I come up with, but I don't know if that's right.
Sounds good to me.
Because when I found a couple recipes and like on Pinterest, and then it shows, and you can say, well, then it comes up with all the ads, pop-up ads. If you go to print, it gives you a print preview. Some of them will say to make larger or to make smaller. But this is geared towards this size of recipe. Some of them are the 10-inch shallow to, or if you want them thinner, then it's a 12-inch shallow. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with it, but I was looking at how you would shrink a recipe from, like crock pots, they go down to 2.5 quart instead of 2 quart. I was like, whoa, sucks. I don't know where I was going with that, but
We're just contemplating menu deduction.
yeah. So some of the menus, or some of the recipes ideas that I was coming up with were, trying to cut down so I can put them in these little pots. How's she looking?
Looking good. I just wanted to check for brownage. Wanted to knock off some of that insulation.
We need to add more to the bottom, you think? Was it pulling away?
It didn't look like it was pulling away yet.
Let's see. Where do you smoke a ham? Oh, smoking a ham with pineapple and cherry. Are you doing a fresh ham or like one of the previous cooked spiral hams? Couple left. She was reading her comments. There she is. I haven't done a ham in a while. I used to do one every. Hell, you might just dump coals up, put them underneath that. Why it's already lifted.
Well, I was actually going to put these on the side instead of under it because all these little ones are right under it.
Yeah. You can just move it over and while it's on the trivet, so that it helps with baking. Baking.
And it's good.
Yeah, I knew that.
No, like she pulled out fancy clothes.
Uh-oh.
She put out them fancy clothes.
It's kind of a big and important meal for us, getting beaten up with this company.
Unfortunately, that means the white is not good.
Yeah, no, I have to get cleaned up.
No, but she looks really cute. She had a whole little date mix.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, how was the coffee tasting? You guys think?
Burberry.
I don't know.
It was good. I got.
She tried a different coffee place. Got a few up that are popping up here and there.
Yeah. I only went to Burr and Berry. Like I drove that way because they have a Buckeye coffee.
Oh, okay. So peanut butter chocolate.
No. Yeah, I was a little confused.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm not touching it.
Just push it. One of them stink bugs. Palmetto bugs. They got like the hard shell. They look like medieval. Crazy looking.
Well, this one had like white dots on the lid.
Legs, yeah.
No. But I got a Buckeye extra large coffee yesterday, and it was as big as mine. Tumbler, and it was $5.15, like $5.15.
Okay.
But I got Buckeye, and I was thinking just chocolate and peanut butter because that's what a Buckeye is. It was chocolate roasted peanut butter,
Okay.
and they added like what is it, like vanilla or cinnamon. But it was actually pretty good.
Okay. You went and tried a different new place. Well, due to you.
Well, I went because I haven't been there since we went to Texas, and it's the Whataburger franchise. And they built a new one down about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes from here. But I was already passing it because I was going to a store yesterday I was having to work on, and I stopped in and got me another Whataburger meal. That is by far my favorite burger chain. I don't know if it's because it's really that good or just because it's new and different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really, really like that place.
So I've talked to people who don't like it, like really don't like it, but they don't eat a lot of fast food either. So, and I've talked to, I've heard people that are, this is amazing.
I want to try In-N-Out.
You say that the In-N-Out burger is one place I want to try because I hear so much talk about it. Now my company, not now, when I was with before the company I'm at now, that was one of our major clients, but they're all on the West Coast. So I never got to service one, so I never been to one. But I've heard that is a really, really good establishment.
I want to try In-N-Out, and I want to try Whataburger because it's in some like show that I watched. That's like where they go and eat. It is
This is the show. Yeah, a couple guys on the West Coast talk about it all the time. I don't know. I'm not a big fast food guy, so.
But I really like QP.
Koopy? I haven't been to Koopy in a long time.
QP is this restaurant, and it's in Lima, isn't it?
I thought Kewpie with mayonnaise.
They have mayonnaise.
Yes.
I've seen bottles of Kewpie mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's so
That's
there's
a
this.
Japanese mayonnaise. Sam the cooking guy uses that a lot.
Yeah, Peyton used it in her disgusting.
Yeah, that stuff was, and it was expensive too. Like more than Duke's. Yep. But dang kid had to have it. So your Whataburger experience, what you ranked that? Was it just as good as the one in Texas?
It was.
Okay. Because sometimes you have the first time you try it, you have an expectation, and then the second time you go, your expectation isn't as high because you know what you're gonna get.
Right.
Like that makes sense, doesn't it? Like we went to a barbecue spot, and the first time we went, it was amazing. Everything was delicious. The next time we went,
It wasn't that good.
and it was mediocre.
It smells like it's getting done.
So I just wonder, like, I'm sure burgers are the same way.
James, oh wait, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Keep fluffy.
James said, "Can anyone recommend an attempt to smoke a spiral style ham?"
250 degrees. I do it on the drum, but 250 degrees, and figure about 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. 250. You'll want to. I would spritz with the pineapple juice from the can and water mix, just to help get the pineapple juice through. So it's like a 2-to-1 mixture of pineapple juice to water, just to help spritz. And if you cover it with pineapples and cherries, you can mix the maraschino cherry juice. I would pour that on a little bit after you pull it off and it's resting. Yeah, that's usually how I do mine.
Tom said, "I've been to QP. Their burgers are good." James said, "Went to QP a couple weeks ago. Got the sugar cream pie. Pickle said smoke it around 250 until the top of the ham is home.
Yep, 140, 145. Should be about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
So what are y'all's plans for the rest of the day?
But like I said, I would get your spritz bottle and spritz with, 2 to 1 of the pineapple juice, two parts, 1 part water, just so it flows easier. And then they can see it.
Oh, they can see it? Okay.
Yeah, because there's too much over there for you to fall on. And by the time you fall over that, the coals are coming to me. So, yeah,
So what are
for
y'all's,
my safety.
what are y'all's plans for today?
Well, I just told you about that, and then I don't know what we're doing this evening.
And I am making, you know how dump cakes are very, very popular? I came across a recipe on Thursday for dump mac and cheese.
Okay, we've done that.
And these ingredients, they use heavy whipping cream. Take a 16-ounce box of elbow macaroni, dump it in the bottom of the pan. I mean, you're using the half-size sheet pan. 16-ounce pack of that, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 2 cups of milk, a pack of Colby Jack cheese, shredded cheese, then a pack of Kraft, they call it Easy Milk. I think Easy Milk is the name brand that she said.
It's the same as like Velveeta, I think.
But it's 16 ounces of the Colby Jack, 16 ounces of the Easy Milk cheese, and salt and pepper. I mean, that's all very, very simple ingredients. Dump it in.
Remember the Dutch oven mac and cheese we did? We did it on the drum. We got it from Billy Strong's Adventures. The recipe. It was supposed to be for a crock pot.
Yeah.
But we did it in a Dutch oven because he challenged us to do that. Remember that? So yeah, there's a video on that. Try that. Look that one up. Mac and cheese Dutch oven.
I will
We
say
did it in the drum.
that is something you need to get better at. That sounded very rude.
Dutch oven cooking. That's why we're doing this.
No. I mean,
Mac and cheese.
no. You say, because you've said it a lot of times, oh, I have a video on that. But it is so hard to find that video.
Let me show you. Because I did go through. Let me bring it up. Because I had somebody tell me that. Somebody wrote in the comments, do you know how hard it is? Or they said you need to get on your channel and see what we see because it's so hard to find videos.
It is.
So
especially if you're looking for like a very specific one, and there's not like a shortcut, like a little playlist of like,
yes.
here's the ones like desserts.
So
mac
I
and
went
cheese.
through and added playlists.
You did?
I did a while ago when this guy kind of complained. And I was like, okay, yeah, I see your point. So under playlists, I have 6 mac and cheese videos. So you can go to my channel, go to playlists, go to mac and cheese, and there is the 1-quart pot challenge that the girls did on a gas grill. That was cool. There is the Sketty Squash, the carnivore. I don't know where that one went. Maybe it's under Dutch oven cooking.
Yeah, but I don't like baked mac and cheese, and I don't like crock pot mac and cheese. And so this is definitely it's an oven baked mac and cheese. But whenever she was serving it, it was so creamy. The reason I think I don't like baked and crock pot is because the consistency. You can actually take a spatula and cut a square of mac and cheese and put a square on your plate. I don't like that. I want to have to get my mac and cheese out with a ladle and scoop it into a bowl or something like that. I want it really, really creamy. And so that's the way this one came out whenever she had the video Thursday. So that's what I'm going to do today.
I have to get a stand because I want broccoli salad. I woke up this morning and was like, I want broccoli salad.
Okay, so I just added it to that playlist because it was on a different playlist. But that's it. Smoked mac and cheese. smoked Dutch oven mac and cheese.
Okay, so James said I
Anyway.
got glaze of Jim Beam, pineapple juice, cherry juice, cane sugar, maple syrup, and honey, cloves, and nutmeg. And then Tom said Wes doesn't like baked mac and cheese. What committee? COMMIE.
Tommy.
Tommy country
Oh,
is he from? I don't know what Tommy means.
Communist.
Oh,
Yeah, I just don't like the consistent. I like really, really creamy, liquidy mac and cheese. If you can take and cut a square of mac and cheese out of the pan,
and it's like perfectly square.
exactly. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't like hard, firm mac and cheese. The
But-
same thing with the crock pot. I mean, whenever it's made, I mean, it's all congealed together. I mean, you get your ladle in there or whatever you're getting out, you plop it on your plate, you got a big pile. It doesn't spread.
And I understand that. I mean, I get there's some mac and cheese we do, and it's amazing, but I want a little creamier so it doesn't hold its shape. But I also don't like where the noodles are mush. I want the noodles to have a little texture to them.
Noodles are usually made out of limca.
But then when you bake them, they're overcooked.
I don't know. I don't need baked mac and cheese. I don't like it.
So if you make straight mac and cheese, but then once you smoke it or bake it, then the noodles get overcooked, and then they're all like mush. And that's what I don't like. But they're not creamy, like with the Velveeta,
Right.
the cheese milk. It's gonna be creamier, where you add the heavy whipping cream. When I make my cheese sauce, I don't get it to gravy consistency. I stop short. That way it stays a little creamier.
Right.
And then when you bake it off to set the top, then it doesn't get overdone. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm just giving this a shot because it was really simple and it was really creamy and liquidy whenever she was scooping it out. And I'm like, that's the way I like mac and cheese. I just don't like it baked where it's solid. I don't want to be able to cut a square of my mac and cheese.
What would probably, so if you make regular mac and cheese, you put your toppings on it and then put it in the broiler or Dutch oven with just the topping.
And that's another thing. I don't put toppings on my mac and cheese. I don't want breadcrumbs. I don't want bacon bit. I cannot stand bacon mixed in my mac and cheese. I love bacon, but
All right, well, that was a good show. Y'all have a good one.
I don't want it in my mac and cheese.
I want.
That's it. We're done. Everybody have a great show. We're done. No more mac and cheese.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Do you remember it was a while ago, the buffalo chicken dip that I had at y'all's house that one time?
You've been at my house so many times, baby. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was there. I think Tamara made it, but I just like had a whole plate of this buffalo chicken dip, and now I want buffalo chicken dip because I was thinking about it. So I'm probably gonna go get stuff to make buffalo chicken dip from Walmart because I don't want to spend like.
Well, we have a big. Well, we'll go through the recipe and see what we have because I think we have most everything.
Yeah, so it's not like
So,
I need a lot. I just
yeah.
need to get.
Yeah, I think we have most everything. So.
Yeah, your veins are very prominent.
But so I don't know. I hope y'all have a great Labor Day.
Tom said Rusty would hate my Cajun mac and cheese. It has peppers, onions, and sausage in it.
You know, a jambalaya mac,
No.
leftover jambalaya thrown in mac and cheese, or just a cheese sauce. You know, I maybe I should do that next week. I don't know. I'm really working on the breakfast jambalaya.
It has to get colder. Then you can do it.
No, jambalaya is good anytime.
Yes, it is.
Anytime you can stand around the fire, that's when it's good. But I like jambalaya. I always like my experience growing up was with jambalaya was Zatarans out of the box. That was the only time I ever had jambalaya.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's good. But now that I'm doing it where I'm not using the rice and stuff, then it's kind of changes a bit. But you just got to cut out the extra liquid in the rice, and your soak time or cook time drops dramatically. But yeah, breakfast jambalaya sounds good. What do you think of that?
That does sound good.
And we can do it in a mini pot, smaller pot because my wife won't eat it. And then the 2-quart pot would be a 2-person
Oh yeah.
bowl. Well, I guess we could flip this out. Oh, it does look good. Slide this over. I did get plates. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. See how it kind of pulled away?
Yeah. I've already used a spatula and went around and I pulled it away too. So.
Oh, nice.
Only thing is, because the cheese is so thick, I cannot see the consistency of the middle of it. So I want to make sure the eggs are actually done, ready to flip.
I would say so.
Okay.
All right. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh no. Oh no. Isn't that a thing?
A TikTok, yeah. I made a TikTok last night, Dad. I didn't post it. I just saved it. But I made one.
Shoot. Ah! Check that out. There we go.
Put it up to the camera from the top.
Looks good enough to eat, no?
Yeah.
And we only had a little stickage. Not bad for not spraying it or spreading the grease around. I probably could have used more grease, though. But, that was just where the heat placement was. We didn't turn it enough. And didn't have enough grease on it. So, that's all right. We'll work that. Things happen. It happens. Doesn't it, Cubs?
Still looks like it's really, really good.
Let's see.
Tom and Steven and Jacqueline said it looks good.
Thank you. So now, let's cut. Let's see if I can get it cut. Pretty fluffy. That's the heavy whipping cream in it. Oh, daggone it.
What you doing?
I just flipped over.
I was trying to show it like this.
Down?
Like that?
I mean, it still looks very you can't really tell what it is because the table is so pale.
Right.
I kind of think we should just set up an umbrella just to kind of shield the table.
Well, sorry
Either
about
the
that.
sun's not out. Would this be more like a quiche?
Kind of across the street. Oh, that's right, the feta.
No. Dad, I don't eat eggs. I don't eat whole eggs. And I don't like feta.
All right, y'all. Well, since these people are what I'm seeing though is everything stayed at the bottom. So my spinach is down here, in the bacon and the feta, it didn't get mixed in good enough. But it happens.
No, like I can only do like.
He won't eat feta
That's not how it is.
because his wife is fed up with him. Come on. Dad joke, at least a little giggle. Oh,
Is it hot?
yeah. That's a fluffy pillow of hotness. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, me my fault. That's the No, that was the steam. Oh, that was a fluffy pillow. It's nice and soft and delicious.
Burnt your gullet,
Yep.
and you're gonna take another bite of it. Same thing.
Probably. My eyes are watering because the steam went straight into my eyeballs. The Italian blend cheese on top was a great call. Good job.
Thanks.
I gave it a smaller bite. The spinach and the feta is great. The bacon's just kind of like adds that little nugget of ooh. Yeah. I think it's a winner. And it's a good thing because I have 3 more slices.
Well, 2. I'm gonna take one home to Tamara because Tamara loves feta. She'll like that.
Well, anyway, it's a nice, quick meal, I think.
Very easy.
You might have to come up with something else then that you will eat.
I told you. I sent you the video.
Oh, yeah.
I want that.
What was that?
Hold on.
Chicken bake. Chicken range something. King range?
Hold on. Mom takes it. Not yet.
I don't know.
She asked if she can let the dog out, and I was like, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. The lab will come over here and knock everything over because he's trying to get to the.
Okay, so I sent you 6 days ago, and you haven't seen it. It is a barbecue chicken potato thing. So it's like little potatoes with the buffalo chicken and like barbecue sauce, and like it's a bake. It's really good.
Buffalo chicken with barbecue sauce. That's a strange.
Ranch, you can do whatever sauce. But it looks good, and I want to try it. And I told Dad I want to try it.
Okay. So maybe we'll do that next week then. Or you're not going to be here.
I don't know.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Oh, has Tanya came any closer to finding us a place in Edisto yet?
I will be here next Sunday. I won't be here the Sunday after that. But
No,
I'll tell you.
she's still looking. So I know that's coming up.
The girls that I work with, they
Yeah, fluffy.
Oh yeah.
they want me to vlog, so I will do that.
I'm pretty darn good. Maybe I should have stirred it. Like cooked halfway and then stirred it.
Maybe that would have given the egg a little bit of time to congeal, so everything wouldn't settle so fast.
Yeah, so everything wouldn't have fallen.
Because you mix it up really good before we top it with cheese.
But then it's heavy, so it drops. So
Yeah, but you also got to think about it. You had all that cheese on top. You really couldn't have mixed it halfway through because the cheese was
unless I put the cheese on
after that.
after halfway through. I don't even know what the time frame was on this.
Well, we can go back to the replay and we can look at the timestamps.
Yeah.
James said, "What did you make?"
So it's, I don't know what, crustless quiche, frittata. I don't even know what to call it.
I think you should call it fluffy pillow of hotness.
Yes. So basically, James, what I had was a desire to cook on the Dutch oven with coals. I had eggs. I had half a bag of spinach I need to use. I had feta that I need to use because Patty's not going to take it with her.
It's good.
And I just bought some cheese. So it was a inexpensive meal because I already had everything. I had a desire to cook in the Dutch oven, so I had to go get cheese to top and charcoal. And I knew that, well, I didn't know he wouldn't eat it, but I knew she would eat it. And Mama's not going to eat it, so
She'll try it, but she wants to save food.
So I decided to use the little ovens. And, yeah. So it's some sort of egg casserole.
With spinach and bacon and feta.
Frittata. Yeah.
Oh, you like it, though?
Oh, I do.
Awesome.
Dutch oven, casserole, leftover dish. I don't know what to call it. See, now it's not so hot. And it did burn on the bottom, but it doesn't change the flavor in it. But, you know, burnt stuff happens.
We probably just didn't rotate it enough because it was eggs, first of all.
No.
And maybe I had too many coals under
Should have got it up higher.
Yeah.
Should have got it up on the little four-way. But hey, we're learning. Well, I'm learning. I'm learning, and he's trying to remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I made the other day. I cooked on the E-Series, and I cooked the other half of that pound of bacon with egg whites. I gave Rex and Belle the egg yolks, and just the hash browns and some ham, and then I put some syrup on it. And Grant was like, "What are you eating? That looks disgusting." I said, "But you know what? It tastes pretty dang good."
If it was all together stacked, it would be a mountain man breakfast.
It wasn't stacked. It was tossed in a bowl, and I stirred it around. So like, it wasn't all like one bite.
Yep.
James said I would call it everything Rusty don't eat casserole.
That's about it.
I don't really like spinach, but I would have tried this, if there wasn't feta in it. I mean, feta it's just, I could not get past the feta to get to the spinach.
You don't even taste it, Ben.
I would.
Well, my palate is not as refined as some others. So, anyway. Well, that was fun and tasty. I hope that we learned something. I think I did.
Legs are too short to sit right on top of the coals.
It was great for bacon or for frying.
Oh yeah.
But then once we went to dumping the eggs, and we should have put it up on the four-way to get it up a little bit higher. Kept the same amount of coals underneath, so that way it was. But yeah. Sprinkles.
Huh?
I felt it sprinkled. It's supposed to rain today.
Well, let's not let it rain.
Yep.
While we're still out here.
So let's get out of here.
I'm gonna be vlogging today.
Yo, just get out there and try something different. Go through your fridge. It doesn't have to taste like.
They don't gotta look good.
It doesn't have to be appealing to somebody else as long as it tastes good to you. And if you burn it, it happens.
Yeah.
Just do what they do with toast. Take a little butter knife and
Yeah.
scrape the excess off.
I'm pleasantly surprised that that's the only bit to burn. Did that sound right?
It did.
Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised that that's all that got burnt. So
There you go.
we will. That's an easy win.
Woo! And an easy adjustment for the next time.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Steven and Jacqueline said, "See y'all and stay beautiful. People rock on."
See y'all later.
all right. Well, with that, brother, let's get out of here. And remember, there's 2 rules of cooking. Did you have fun? Tastes good. Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys.